we haven't raced in the US in a while. I mean, obviously last September we were here, so it feels a little like deja vu from last year, but at the same time, we've done most of the rest of the racing over in Europe and with that truck and everything, so it's a little learning curve this morning of getting everything back situated, sorted, organized. One of the number one priorities at Snowshoe for us, as sort of a US-based tech crew and stuff, is we try to bring as much as we possibly can for all our sponsored teams, as well as a lot of the international athletes that come here that may not be able to bring all of the spares that they're used to in their sprinters and everything in Europe. So we kind of treat this US truck and US trailer as sort of a home base for as many athletes and sponsored ones as we can. So we're kind of bringing like extra oils, greases, tapes, zip ties, you know, trying to help people that we sponsor and support. And felt like we would have more time between Andorra and here, but this is kind of the fun part of the season where it's just back to back to back.
The weather that says more about Washington or McDonald's.
It's always a tricky one coming to a venue where it's known for being dry and now it's wet, so it's going to be tricky for everybody, huh?
Yeah, it would be tricky, and we did ride on the wet for some testing last year, and we used dry tires and everything, but it's really, really wet, so we're not sure if dry tires are going to work, but we're going to try.
So what else do you do for general wet setup? What do you change differently on the bike?
Not so much, actually. It's not going to be much difference, really. Fuel a little tweak, but we're going to finalize all of this tomorrow morning.
Then we can put the light over where we do this.
Hi, I'm Snowshoe Perez. I'm Frameworks racing mechanic. I'm wrenching this year for Nico, and this is our bike this season.
Yeah, so this is the first year that Nico has raced World Cups on a bike that he's designed. How has that process been going for him and yourself?
Interesting, like it's difficult and makes everything like way more different than if you work for a normal brand, when you have everything dialed and you only have to open a box and grab a frame. Here everything is completely new every race, and we have to figure out things like how the cables go where in the bike, or different thickness for the tubes, because at the beginning we have some small cracks and things, so we are working on it too, and it's an interesting process.
What are the main differences between Dakota setup and Gwinny setup, if any? I'm sure there's too many to mention.
Yeah, obviously everybody always makes comments on Dakota's stack height and his bar height and all that kind of stuff, so that's a big main difference there. Other than that, it's just geo and kinematics, and when I say kinematics, it's just a progressive versus linear setup. Dakota runs coil, Aaron runs air, and it's just all personal preference, and they get their bike set up the way that they're comfortable on. So if we're able to provide them everything they need, that's what we're happy with. So we can comment on whether we agree or disagree with what anybody's doing, but as long as they're the ones getting the results, you can't say much. As people have started to notice, it's paying off. You know, results are starting to come around. The guys' fitness is starting to build up throughout the season, and the results are starting to show. So we're just going to keep going and keep building.